Hmm. So, what about that?
Yeah, we could talk about that. I think I had like a weird moment today. I had like a weird moment today where I was like, I kind of just, am I doing this for like, am I doing this? Why am I doing this? It was kind of like that. It was like, why am I doing the posting and all of the different things? Like, I understand that I signed up for a program to be able to do these things, but I think it's just like I was running into like some like limited beliefs. You know what I mean? About some areas. I was like, what? Why are you really doing this? What is the end goal? Like, what do you want to like gain from it? And of course, I want to be able to help provide, for like my family, which is why I do the cakes. I love doing cakes. I was doing cakes before I was having them to be, like a means of providing, but I was just like, like, like I wanted to be like further, I guess, on some goals. And so I was just like, why do I even do this? And so I actually, when I got on Instagram, I ended up not making a post until like, I think it was like around 6 o'clock, right? And then I was like, this, I was like, well, I'm gonna just post it, see what happened. And then I like backed out of it and I went on to my page and I was like, I did 400 posts. And I was like, what were you like saying earlier about like why were you doing this? And it was like a whole nother, because at first I remember like I was at like 200 and I was like, I'm not, I don't know how I'm gonna ever like be consistent with like posting anything. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna come up with stuff. And then you get to like looking at other people things and like seeing what they're doing. And I was like, I just don't really know like what I'm what I'm gonna do. And today when I seen that, I was like, you thought of 400, different ideas. I was like, you can do this. You can keep going. You can do the 3 posts a day.
Hmm.
You can do this. After all of those feelings of, oh, why am I doing early earlier? It's like,
Let me tell you, you've been on and lightening up social media so much and made me feel bad, like I'm not doing enough.
oh,
For real, it's like, oh, Taylor, she's doing it. She's really doing it. And you had so much variety in your posting, inspirational. You had some lives that you did. You had posting your work, and I think you had in there a cake that you did for a graduation. You had cupcakes, and you had gift boxes with the breakable hearts. I was like, whoa, she is really, really doing it. I am. I mean, I'm in her dust right now.
oh, don't feel that way.
But check this out. You're doing so well. I had just came from another meeting and I wanted to share this along with what you're saying. So I commend you doing all the right things.
Thank you.
And I think maybe I should ask you, being um a having a family, and I know a lot of people who have a family or don't, and they just
Hmm.
say, I don't have the time to do it. I
Yeah.
have this to do, I have that to do. So are you just not thinking about what you're going to say and just going live and just doing, saying something for 5 minutes or less or what have you, and you're off? I mean, it doesn't have to be so rigid and so planned out for you to even post something.
I think that's like a gift and also not a gift, because so for me personally, one of the things when I was thinking today, when I was like, you I felt like I was lacking strategy in what I was posting, because to you go to some people's pages and they have like a clear message. They're like, I make cakes. Everything is about cakes. I'm only going to show the cakes that I have done. And then like you go all the way to the end and you can see like the improvement that they have had with the cakes, but then it's like you don't you don't see them posting as often. Like that's one thing
Mhm.
that I look for now. Like um because of the course that I'm in. I'm like, okay, like, is this too much? Am I like lacking a strategy, or is it like okay that I do like cupcakes and I do cakes and I do treats? Because I'm like, I really do a variety of things, but I want it to be like more of a purposeful, you know what I mean? Purposeful,
So
like,
as far as your goals, your personal goals and your business goals, is that what you
yeah.
mean
Hmm.
for purposeful?
Yeah,
Well,
like I
you
want
know
my
the real
posting to be a strategy.
so I think you have so many areas that you could use as a strategy. You're definitely showing your work. You're showing what you enjoy. I think you posted something about your garden or your flowers or something that was growing one day.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, which I think is such a, a bright spot for you because there's a lot of people out there that are green thumbs that love to grow things and you're doing it. So I thought that was something that you shared that's really kind of personal and a passion for you besides your baking that people are like, oh, okay, I can identify with that.
yeah.
Um, I think that we can go on, but I think we need to pause for a minute and introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah. We just be talking. We just be out here talking. Um, this is Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday, where we talk about treats, business, and life. As you have heard, we have been talking about treats, business, and life, and how they all intertwine and how they are all completely separate. And so, I am Taylor with Taylor's Kitchen, located in Albion, Michigan, where we make custom treats for your special occasions. And I'm going to let my co host Tamela introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. I am Tamela with Torlitas for that sweet and crunchy taste. Torlitas is a dessert company located right here in the great state of Ohio, where I specialize in salty sweet treats. If you want to know more about me and my business, please go to at Torlitas. That's T as in Tuesday, Orlitas. And guess what? You can be a part of our podcast. We are here every Tuesday since December of 2020. And you can be a part of our podcast if you are in any of those areas about treats, business, or life. We would love to have you. We do share our platforms with our guests, and we've had quite a few guests right now, and we're looking for more. So please contact us at Tamla Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday on Instagram,
Yeah.
as well as on email. What?
Treat Talk
Yeah, yeah,
Tuesday.
Treat Talk Tuesday. We're
Every
terrible.
time. I almost got it right this time, guys. Okay. Almost. It was almost perfect.
Go for it.
Street Talk Tuesday at gmail.com.
Absolutely. So be sure if you want to be a part of our podcast or you think someone would be a good fit for our podcast and we can make arrangements with them to discuss their topic. You know that the shopping season is coming up and we would love to share our platforms. If you have something that you would like to share with our audience, please reach out to us. We're not stingy and we're just like you. We're entrepreneurs, okay? So we would love to definitely have you.
Yes.
And we were talking about how Taylor is doing such a wonderful job with posting to social media and how it is important to connect with your audience um, through social media, through lives, through inspirational posts, and all of that as an entrepreneur. And guess what? She has a family to run. So there's no excuses for everybody else to say, I don't have the time. Taylor's making the time. And I want her to share more about her experience with posting to social media. You're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, and I think are those your two platforms mostly? And what is
And
your
face
handle?
and
And, fa-
Facebook.
and what is your handle on those?
On all of those, on Instagram and Facebook, I'm Sweet Spirit Treats. And on TikTok, I'm Tay's Kitchen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And so I just want to start out by saying, although I do post, I do have lots of help. Okay. We're not going to neglect to talk about the amount of help that I do have. I have lots of help, and I have also lots of late nights and early mornings. Like even like that graduation cake that I did, I finished I think at like 4 o'clock in the morning
Oh my
and went to
goodness.
sleep and had to be back up at like 10 to go and deliver something, you know. But like as far as like being an entrepreneur, uh I think it is important to find rest and to be able to rest and to take days off. I try my best to schedule. I know that I need to record Tamela and Taylor Street Talk Tuesday. Need to have time to edit the video. Um, it's a lot of things that I want to get better at, but it's also some things that kind of just seem to be working out. Okay, by the grace of God, they
Absolutely.
are working out. It's been some times I definitely didn't want to do lots of things, but hey, it's either I want to succeed or do I not want to succeed? Do I want to accomplish my goals or do I not want to accomplish my goals? I heard somebody say just the other day that some people rest too much, and I understand that like some people do rest too much, but when you have a family, you at least have to have a good set of people around you that you know will help uh and take care of your children like you would take care of your children, you know what I mean? And sometimes you might even have to like pay to have a couple days off. Okay, I have done this before. I've paid a babysitter to have some time to myself. And I actually just recently launched my online ordering for Taylor's Kitchen. So I had to take a break. I got a pedicure, guys. Haven't had a pedicure in a long time. Got a pedicure and a manicure and and I and I had to spend some coins to get a
Mhm.
babysitter, but it was well worth it because you are doing so many things and trying to keep up with so many things. Um, you just gotta make a way. I feel like it's different times and seasons in life. And at this point, I am learning how to navigate through social media. I try to always constantly be learning to
Mhm.
help me out with different things in life. Also homeschool my kids, and it's summer right now, and so we're not doing as much homeschooling, so I have more time. I think I might get more done when we do have homeschooling time, because they have a structured time to like sit down and do their work that they need, and I can also do work while they do work. Or
Mhm.
it's more of a focus time, and I focus and I say, like our schedule is like from 10 to 1. I don't do work, during that time. Like work as far as like business work.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's all about like how you set up things, how you want things to go, how you speak about things happening, the music you listen to, the actions you take every day, your daily routine, all of those things I'm learning help with where you want to go and how you want your life to be and the success that you'll have. So that's what's
I
going
totally
on.
agree. I agree with that. I have been waking up and thinking, I've been into we have all a routine that we
Yeah,
do every morning. And I was like, well, what about changing that routine and
right,
seeing how my day is? Because once I get up, I'm doing things, I'm on the computer, I'm working. And, before I know it, it's, after 2 o'clock. I'm like,
right.
I try and get up, rather early,
Hmm.
7 or 8 o'clock in order to do some, especially some pressing things. But it's important to think, is there something I can do better? Is there
You know,
definitely something I can do better?
I found out I found out for me that by getting up and not grabbing like I have an alarm on my phone, but I do a couple different things now. My alarm for my phone is not plugged in right next to my bed. It's on top of my dresser. So I have to get up to go turn the alarm off on top of
Hmm.
the dresser. Just different things to like force yourself to make a new schedule. I read a book a couple months ago. I don't know if I talked about it on here, called like The Miracle Morning, where
Mm.
even if you take like 1 minute, one you can take like one say one like one thing. So like you get up, and you do like 7 steps. And so the acronym I think is called like Savers. And
Yeah.
you so like you study, you do affirmation, you visualize like how you want things to go, exercise, and read and scribe. So like even if I took a minute and I was like, I wake up, I pray, I just think about how I want my day to go,
Mhm.
um like vividly, not just
Mhm.
like today I'm going to conquer the world. Well, how are you going to conquer the world today? Like, what's the first step? Are you going to conquer the world by like getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning? Or are you going to, like what you got to like think about how you want these things to go? I think one of the great things about having kids is that they teach you how to dream again. And I think as adults, because we have so many things going on in life, we really forget how to dream or how to imagine or how to not be bogged down with like everything that's going on. So I think that's a real inspiration for me, is just having them and they feel like life is full of limitless possibilities, because I have my parent, I have, I'm homeschooled, but like I
Mhm.
really don't make my kids get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning every day and do
Mhm.
like struck like I don't know, like stuff like when I went to school, you had to be there at
Yeah.
7 a.m. You got to
Yes.
sit in one class. I always was sleep during my first hour. I wasn't asleep, but I definitely didn't want to be there. So it was
Yeah.
like drowsy,
Mhm.
And then once you get to high school, it's like you got to be up at 5 and
Yeah.
6 in the morning. So either way, but like visualizing how you want things to go, taking the time to like educate yourself, learning something new, reading something new, changing your perspective. I get a lot of those quotes because I just listen to people,
Mhm.
listen to different entrepreneurs,
Mhm.
read different books, audio books. While things are baking, I'm doing audio books. Um, Lots of like Les Brown and Miles Monroe and
Yes.
Jim Rohn and all
Mhm.
kinds of things. Like,
Those are inspirational speakers and
right, you
positive speakers.
know, they even have them with like music that
Mm.
you like. They have
Okay.
like beats behind it. They have like
Okay.
Les Brown like soundtracks,
Oh, nice.
but
That's a
like
good one.
on
That's really
YouTube,
good.
not like
Yeah.
soundtracks like I'm
Yeah,
listening
yeah.
to
Yeah, I know what you
CDs,
mean.
but like on YouTube, like playlists and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing. Trying.
You just piqued my reminded me of something, and I didn't realize that I'm doing it until you just mentioned it. I grew up. This is something that probably people don't know about me. I played the viola probably from maybe third grade um, to I graduated high
Mhm.
school. And I played the viola and I like classical music. Don't ask me, Mozart or, any of the other ones or what, Brahms or, any other pieces of art, of musical art rather. And, but I have been turning to classical music and jazz, you know, music without words. So when I get, really intense on thinking of something, how to do something, or just really busy to quiet, your mind,
Mhm.
I turn on jazz, instrumental music or classical music. And
I do
really
that
it
too.
just allows me to really take the time to think through something or work
Mhm.
on something or just where, of course you can get your turn up, going on and your
Yeah.
stuff like that, you're act like I'm going to twerk or something. but
Oh
but
my goodness.
yeah, so those are things that maybe something that maybe you didn't know and the audience didn't know about me. So
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely makes a difference, like the atmosphere that you set for your house. Um even like I have my kids do like quiet time where I make them just like sit down for 5 minutes and turn everything off, 5 or 10 minutes at a time. And I'm like, but I don't be like, guys, sit down, five
No.
minutes, don't do anything. I like, all right, guys, we're about to do a challenge, right? So we'll do a quiet challenge, and I'll say, I'll like play like some sound, like a relaxing sound, like like waterfalls or
Oh,
something like on
yeah.
YouTube, and I'll do like a 5 or 10 minutes, and then we
Yeah.
just have like a quiet time because sometimes you need to just stop thinking and stop moving and just sit down and be still, and it brings clarity, and we do lots of those
Mm-hmm.
um because it helps with thinking and processing. And sometimes, it might just be frustrating this cake that you're doing, that you're working on, or these
Right.
cookies, or like macaroons have caused me the blues on several occasions. Okay.
But they look so good. They look
I
so
might
good with
post
toasting.
I might
I love
post the pretty
macaroons.
ones. Okay. I definitely study, but like, yeah, you just gotta sit down and not move and not do anything sometimes.
Mhm.
It makes life easier. So
Yeah, and it's the summertime. If you can't do it now, when really can you do it? It's time
right,
to relax, enjoy the sunshine, and enjoy family and friends, and just take a pause. Get in the pool if you can get one, or get close to one, or whatever.
yeah.
But definitely, it's nice to take a pause.
Yeah. And then it's also sometimes that I really miss out on stuff that I want to do. Like me and my family are extremely close. We like hanging out. We always go to my mom's house, and like all of us and all the kids like stay over there and like hang out. And it's definitely some nights that I'm like, I can't stay here. We got to go home. I got to finish some things. And so I just feel like all of this is going to be worth it. Okay.
I do
It's
too.
my
It
ultimate
definitely.
it's my ultimate belief is that everything is gonna be worth it. The times that I didn't get to like hang out and do stuff, I feel like in the future I'll be able to do exactly whatever I want to do. So I'm just
I'm
gonna
right
keep
here with you. I'm right
right.
going to work out. And if you don't have that belief, along with strategy,
Work
then
ethic.
yeah, work ethic,
Right.
and there is sacrifice. There is definitely sacrifice as an entrepreneur. If you could do it on, and have a busy life and do business, good. Show us how it's done. But
Right.
at some point, something's gotta, kind of outweigh the other. There's definitely a balance, and there's definitely, and something I need to learn is to set hours
True.
instead of having that leisure time to, oh, I'll do it later, or I'm going to stay up all night and do this. And sometimes you got to do it that way. There
Yeah.
is no other way to do it when you have back to back orders and things like that. Is definitely when you got to stay up all night and do it, and no, you don't get any sleep, and yes, you go to bed at 4 a.m. and get up and make sure something's at it, at the location at 10 a.m. That's
Right.
just a life as an entrepreneur. And definitely it's important to have a support system, and it's also definitely important to treat yourself
Right.
as you have with a pedicure and manicure. And it's also definitely important that you enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, and but also set the goals for your business, because while we're in business, we're not just doing it for our health. Yes, we love what we do, but we have a goal in mind, and we have um, uh, in our minds we have that idea of when I make it,
Yeah.
and you might make it, might just be, oh, I did a code call today, that can be a check mark.
Right.
Or it could be, I took a pause today, that could be a check mark. Or when I get XYZ, in the bank, or whatever, for my family, or whatever the goal is for you personally, that can be a check mark. But still, it's important that as entrepreneurs, as women entrepreneurs, that we just keep going. We just keep going. So
Keep
I think that,
going.
yeah,
Yes. And have balance. Keep
and
going and
have
have balance.
balance. Yeah.
Because
Sometimes,
sometimes,
yeah.
oh,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, sometimes my kids, they're so honest. It's hurtful. Okay, let me tell you.
That's
Like,
funny.
sometimes they're like, you don't have time for me. And then I have to remind them that everything that I do is literally for you, but you
Yeah.
think that I don't have time for you, but really, like, I try, okay? And I don't know if it's just because they don't have, I guess that is a big thing for a 6 or 8 year old to say, is that you don't have time for me. But hey, you gotta balance. I'm trying to balance. I'm learning. I'm growing.
Yeah.
I know that I can't compare my life to people who have no kids and their
Mm-hmm.
business is their baby, because I
Mm-hmm.
chose to have this. And so um it's what gives me joy and it's what gives me fulfillment. And
Mm-hmm.
I get that from my family. I get that from my business.
Mm-hmm.
One of the top things that, like, I love, and I'm pretty sure I heard you guys have heard me say this before, but when I see like customers' faces when they like get their cakes, or like
Mm-hmm.
when they pick something up and they're like, this is exactly what I wanted, like,
Yeah.
that is the best feeling in the world.
It's
Okay. So
better
it's
than a
like,
dollar. It's better than a dollar.
it is like, and I don't know why that just makes me so happy, so it's all of that. It's all of that and much much more. It's a lot of praying, and it's a lot of
Oh,
trying to stay focused. I procrastinate sometimes, people, and I know that some people do or do not do that, okay? But I procrastinate sometimes. And so I'm happy that Tamala sees that I am trying. Um I procrastinate sometimes, but it's gonna
yeah.
get better. It's gonna
Yeah.
get better.
So I think one of my goals this week is to go live. I've been threatening to do it and haven't done it. I'm going to
Hmm.
go live on my platforms, and also I'm going to offer my ebook and
Hmm.
offer my checklist. I'm trying to get some things done in the back end. Taylor probably knows what that back end means as far
Oh
as
man, it's a
setting
lot
up
of stuff.
systems.
It's more
And
hours of
yeah, going
I
live is
spend
the easy part.
right.
Going live is definitely the easy part.
I spend so much less time in the kitchen now that I have social media. Like, yeah, I was saying, like, making things is like the easy part at this point.
Mhm,
Like, all of the editing and back and forth of like picking things up and doing different things like that, that's like the hard part, okay? Everything else seems pretty easy compared to that.
mhm, mhm.
So,
You know, um, I would like to, and maybe in the next week or so, we can do Google Forms, because I know that you've had experience with Google Forms. I have had experience with Google Forms. I would like to have a inventory in place before the shopping season begins.
mhm,
And is that something that you're good at? Do you have one that's already set up, or maybe we can work on something together?
we can
Like
see.
in Excel sheets or Microsoft Sheets or whatever they're called. They're called Google Sheets, I think.
Mhm. I have lists because I do so many different things. I try to get like universal things that can help me out in different with different treats. So like I always get like the clear bags. I can do Oreos, cookies, or um chocolate covered pretzels in. I try to get like things that I can use them for multiple treats to help me out. I do have a checklist that I use. It is in my Google Notes. You can use Google
Mhm.
Notes for checklists.
I don't know.
Let me tell you about
I
Google
think
Note.
so.
Google Note is a lifesaver. and for so
Mhm.
many reasons. I use Google Note for a lot of things, for checklists, hashtags. I use it for notes when I do audiobooks. I use it for a lot of things. It's
Okay.
just like some people have like Samsung Note, or if they have Apple
Yeah. Yes.
products, they use
Yes.
Apple things to keep notes.
Yes.
And so yeah,
Yes.
it's so many different
I
things that
do.
you can use Google for.
Yes, I do have. I think I have Samsung Notes. I
Hmm.
do have things like that. But yeah, but maybe we can talk about an inventory system next time and how to keep track of things so you don't run out of items, how to replenish things, and how many times have I got caught not having an item and I'm in the middle
Yeah.
of something and I had to stop, run to the store. You know what my number one thing that I'm always, it's never
What?
fails, labels.
Oh man, I'm bad at that
Labels.
too. I'm bad at
Labels.
that.
It drives me nuts. And
I'm
I think I know
I'm
I got enough, and but I don't check before I do something. And
right. I'm bad at like the logo labels,
okay,
but like the food labels, I'm pretty good at, because
yeah,
I what I did was I took the postage, the mailing labels, the like the white ones, and it I got them from like Sam's Club, and
right.
I just did like a format, the
Mm-hmm.
Avery format, and I
Yes,
typed it in like my cottage food logo, I mean my cottage food thing, and then
yes.
I just changed the ingredients.
Okay. So
So
when she says cottage food, can you explain that to the audience? I know what it is, but I don't know if everyone does.
oh, cottage food is it's basically a way to tell people that they purchased something that was not created in a commercial kitchen, that was
Exactly.
licensed by federal regulations or
Yes.
state regulations. So, I have to put a label
Mm-hmm.
on everything that says what is in it, what allergens it has, and it has my name and phone number, because I'm
Exactly.
supposed to do only direct sales and not ship.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's good. So that's
Mhm.
good to let people know that you have to check within your own state what those cottage rules are
You
for
know,
your based business.
some people follow them like wholeheartedly, but I've been finding that a lot of people don't follow them, and like, but they have like surf safe certification.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
Which
so
is, which is,
surf surf safe certification is where you are a licensed food manager, to be able, you need one. Every restaurant needs one. It's supposed to have one, I believe, at all times, working, a licensed food manager. It's a course.
mm-hmm,
It's like a it's a food safety course. When I was in school, we had to take it before we graduated.
mm-hmm,
But it's like you study for like maybe like 4 or 5 weeks
mm-hmm,
before. You have to learn different food protocol rules, time and temperature, danger zones. They have this thing called fat time. It's like food acidity, oxygen time, um something else, and moisture, which is
mm-hmm,
what things, when things are combined, when those things are combined, it can give birth to like foodborne illnesses. And
mm,
so different things like that, learning how to properly cool down and heat up food so that you don't get bacteria that grows in it, different things like that. It's a lot.
yeah.
um yeah, and once you pass it, you get like a certification for like 4 or 5 years. I think it is. You don't have to take it for another 4 or 5 years.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe we can link in the description somewhere down there or up here. We'll link to Safe Serve and for our audience. I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, thank you for listening to our rant about Treats, business, and life. Uh, I hope,
Every Tuesday, folks. Every
right.
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. We are here every Tuesday. If you would like to be a part of our podcast, please email us at treattalktuesday@gmail.com.
Mhm.
And if I did say that wrong, it will be somewhere in the video, over
Yeah.
here or over there or
Yeah.
around, all around.
Somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, email us there if you want to be a part of the podcast. Like we said, we're here, we're trying, we're making it happen. We're basically documenting our journey. And so when this thing goes to astronomical proportion, we will be able to look back and see all of the things that we have done. And if you are local in the Michigan area and you would like to order a cake or a dessert, or you would like to check us out, my all my handles are Sweet Spirit Treats. That's SWEETSPIRIT Treats, TREATS, on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you, and I'll let Tamla.
Thank you, Taylor. Well, it's been a real eye opening. And then once again, I just, we seem like we've known each other forever. And it's just so easy for us to communicate and express ourselves, from hundreds of miles away from each other. So I really appreciate your honesty you know, as far as being a mom and a wife and, doing it, just making sure that it happens for you and for you and your family.
Yeah,
And that's really, it's a really good thing, as they say. It's a really good thing.
thank you.
Um, so yeah, I am Tamela, and thank you for tuning into us. I'm Tamela with Torlitas for that sweet and crunchy taste. And definitely, we have some things that's upcoming that you will be able to purchase. I have an ebook. I know Taylor does, so maybe we'll link it in our bio
Yeah.
for your buying pleasure.
Mhm.
And got some good things coming for the rest of the year as well. So peace out.
Have a good night.
All right. Thank you. Have a blessed week.
Bye.
Bye.